Well, let's start with the market action. After flirting with the 25,000 mark for the last few sessions, the Nifty finally managed to conquer that mark today. It was the fifth straight session where we saw major indices closing at record highs. But the gains were limited as the bulls continue to consolidate. Mid-caps are closed in the red today, down by about 500 points, but closing above 25,000. That was the story as far as the Nifty was concerned. The Nifty took 24 sessions to gain the last 1,000 points to reach this milestone. The National Stock Exchange celebrating the milestone of Nifty at 25,000. CEO of the exchange, Ashish Chauhan, spoke with Rachna Dhanrajani on hitting that mark and the road ahead.
Celebrations continue here at the NSE headquarters in Mumbai, and I'm joined by Ashish Chauhan. Thank you so much, sir, for joining us. Today is, of course, a momentous day that Nifty has scaled the 25,000 mountain. Where do you see this going forward? What's the next milestone you're eyeing at?
No, anyway, every 5,000 points we try to cut the cake just to celebrate the achievement, which is collective, because an index number is actually a conceptual number where a lot of companies' stocks are taken and one number is arrived at on a continuous basis. And so it's Nifty started with 1,000 numbers in 1990 on the basis of 1995 November 3. And so in literally less than 30 years, it has given returns 25 times, plus, of course, the dividend. Put together, it could be close to 28 to 30,000. And so if you're putting 1,000 rupees as investment, today it would be almost 28 to 30,000, and in your hand you will be having 25,000 rupees, and that's the way index is explained. But naturally, if India continues to grow, which it has done over the last 30 years, over the next 30 years it will be even a better journey, because India is growing much faster than what it used to do in the past. And given the technological changes that are happening in the world, probably India is in a better place, and that's why we are also getting better valuation compared to the rest of the world.
Right, so optimism and excitement is the theme that continues here at NSE. So we recently also saw SEBI come up with an F&O consultation paper. What are your thoughts, and what will be the feedback you'd be giving on the F&O consultation paper? Also, how do you think it would bring down the exuberance around the F&O market?
In a way, there has been SEBI has been showing some of the issues relating to the F&O market, and that's where there were expectations of actions to be taken. I think there were some actions on SCT increase already came through the budget, and some of the administrative actions or regulatory actions were expected, which is now has been announced in the form of a consultative paper. Now all of us have to give the recommendations back, saying in case you want any change, and naturally SEBI will be the final decision-making authority. And we have, because we are the largest exchange, we do continuously interact with the regulator, and so whatever finally they tell us in terms of their final regulations, we will have to implement.
So is there any feedback you have ready?
No, we do continually give them feedback, so it's more for the public to give their feedback on their proposals.
Okay. So SEBI also came up with the new norm of one exchange having one weekly expiry. Where do you see that going forward, and how do you see it in a case where both the indices come up with different expiry for different benchmarks?
No, broadly, it's up to each exchange as per the SEBI regulations. So I don't see any difference. Today also they are on different dates.
Okay. So also with SEBI wanting to cut down on F&O trading, with the proposal of extending index derivatives time is out of the conversation now?
Currently, there are no proposals to extend the market hours.
That is Rachna there in conversation with Ashish Chauhan. In Earnings Corner, Tata